Hey Matrix, today we're going to be doing interpenetration and development. This is question 2 of the June 2023 past paper. So let's just go through it quickly and then I'll draw it with you guys. So you should have the past paper in front of you, so I'm going to assume that at all times. If you need it, you can get it on the government website, the DBE website. So if you just search past papers, it'll be the first website that comes up, and then you can obviously find the past papers. Okay, so they tell you here that they've given you the top view and incomplete front view of a square prism that has been shaped to fit around a right regular pentagonal prism. The axes of both solids lie in a common vertical plane, and the auxiliary views of the square prism. So first of all, apologies for how dirty this paper is. It's muddy paw prints. But yeah, okay. So first things first, when we're working with interpenetration and development, we are always using first orthographic projection, which means we have front, top, left, right, 45 degrees, 45 degrees. So if they've told us that they've given us the top view, we know that T will be the top view and that F will be the front view, and F is incomplete, and we know this because the true curve of interpenetration is not clearly on the drawing yet. Okay, then they say draw scale 1 to 1 the following views of the two solids, the given top view, the complete front view clearly showing the curve of interpenetration, the complete left view clearly showing the curve of interpenetration, and the development of the surface of the square prism make edge AB the seam, and then they tell you that's the seam. Okay, so because we're working from front, top, left, we need to orientate our drawing so that we can fit the drawing on the side. Let me actually now zoom out of the paper so that you can see. We need to be able to fit a drawing on the side as well as here and here. That's too bright now. Okay, just let me know if you can't see in these videos and I'll start working in pen. Okay, so let's start. So first of all, the easiest thing to do would just be to start drawing up your front and your top view. So we're going to start by doing that. So what you're going to do, because I'm going to kind of use the middle of the page as sort of where I want my stuff to be. So I'm going to draw a light line going straight down through the middle. And then I'm going to have a look here. And we've got a pentagon, which is basically vertical from the bottom edge here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw in the pentagon first. So I'm going to start off by drawing a line. This middle line here is not important for any of your drawing. This is just going to help you to kind of know where the middle of your page is. Okay, so there we've got a line of 32, or let's measure it. So we've got a line, and now we are going to measure 32 on that line. So here we have got 32, just like that over there. And then what we're going to need to do is we are going to need to take a compass, or no, not compass, your protractor. So okay, so you're going to take your protractor, which is this circular thing over here. And what you're going to do is you're going to line it up on the edge of your line, and then you're going to find 72. So 72 is obviously the angle at which a pentagon lies. So there you're going to make your 72 line, and then you're going to do it at the other point as well. You're going to put it straight on that line there, and you're going to find 72, and you're going to make a point there. So I don't know if you can see it, but I'm going to basically draw another line. Once you've got those lines, all you're going to do is you're going to connect it. Okay, so we can connect it just like that over there. Now what we're going to do is we are going to grab the length of this line over here. Oh, yep, so this will be 36. Okay, 32, sorry, not 36. 32 after this line over here. You're going to make a line straight over here, as well as over here. And you're going to then go from these 2 points and you're going to make bows connecting each point like this. Okay, and then once you've got all of your points, you can connect your pentagon in solid. So the thing is, because we're not touching this view, because they tell us that they've given us a complete top view, you can draw everything solid so long. So I'm going to do that so that you can obviously see where we're working. Okay, then what we want to do is we want to find the middle point. So I can't keep zooming in to show you guys, but if you look here, there's a middle point of your pentagon, which we are going to need to find. So to find the middle point of the pentagon, you're basically going to halve each measurement. So here you're going to say 16, because obviously that's half of 32. So you're going to say 16, and you're going to draw a light little line going in the middle. You're going to do the same over here. You're going to measure 16 again. Okay, and then once you've done that, you're going to draw a line going through there, and there already you should have your middle line. Okay, so now if we have a look at the drawing that they've given us, we can see, let me just erase, I'm going to actually zoom in. I'm going to first erase everything over here. So if we zoom in and we have a look at the drawing here, okay, so if you have a look, this line is 60 degrees from the auxiliary view. Okay, so from the middle of the pentagon, we are going to draw a line of 60 degrees. Okay, but if you do this with your ruler, you'll actually see that it is 30 degrees. Okay, so this angle here is 60 degrees, but this angle here will then be 30 degrees. So what we're going to do is we are now going to take our ruler, and now we're going to zoom out again so that you can see what's going on. You're going to take your ruler from the middle point, which is over here, and you're going to draw a line out like that. All right, so once you've got that line over there, we are going to start getting in the rest of our points. So let's just erase all of the stuff we don't need here. Apologies. Okay, so there we've got a line that goes straight from the middle points to the middle point of our auxiliary view, and we know that our auxiliary view is a square. So I think what we're going to do, let me just have a look here. I'm going to have a look here, and then we're going to confirm. Okay, first what we're going to do is we are going to take the line that we have drawn on our paper, so this line over here, and then we're going to look at our question paper, and you see that that line, so this one here, has a length of 50. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw a line of 50 or measure 50 and make a 60-degree line. So I'm basically going to do that. So just keep your paper in front of you, so because I might just read out measurements and then you're going to have to follow with what I'm doing. Okay, so let's just get that back into focus. Okay, so now you're going to measure 50 from the points over here, which will be about here. Okay, and then you're going to take a line of 60 degrees and you're going to just draw a sort of a line going here, and that's going to be this part right over here. Now what you can do is you can take a line of 10 or even a line of 20. I'm going to do a line of 10 because I think I may have put this drawing just a little bit low, and then you're basically going to stick an extra line down over there. So you see here by the square that they tell us that this is 30 degrees, which it is, but if you look at it, it's actually 60, but it's 30 degrees from the square top. Okay, so to get that, we're going to need our protractor once again. So let me just think of a nice way to explain it to you so that this becomes easy for you. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to take your protractor, and then from that line, from the middle actually is what you can do. For starters is you can take that point there and you can get your 30-degree point right over there, except it's not going straight through this line here. So okay, let me see if I can draw this up quickly before I mislead you guys, because this is a little bit tricky. There's quite a couple of angles here to work with. That's throwing me off, so I'm sure it would throw you guys off as well. So I'm going to quickly have a look, see, and then once I'm done, I'll obviously explain it nicely to you guys. Okay, so there is a way to do it. Obviously, they wouldn't give it to you if there wasn't a way to do it, but I believe there's probably an easier way, but I'm going to show you the way I did it so that you know how to do it as well. The other thing is, if you guys actually do have like easier ways to do things that perhaps I didn't show, let me know, because we're all here to help one another. And I mean, I'm here to help you, but if one of you knows something that can help everyone else, let me know. Okay, so basically what you're going to do, let me erase all of this. Okay, we're going to do exactly what I said originally, which was to take your 30-degree protractor, or get your 30-degree line from your protractor, okay, which is 30 degrees, okay, from this point here. Okay, so I use my protractor. As you can see, the ruler works as well, but I would always suggest using a real protractor to make sure the measurement is 100% beforehand. Okay, and then what I did was I took my compass, so we know that the length of the square is 34, so I took half of that, which is 17, and then basically what I did was on the angle here that you got from your 30-degree protractor, okay, is I took it on this line here that's in the middle, because we know this has to be the middle of the square, and I basically put it at a point until it, from this line somewhere, it touched this line, as you can see over here. Okay, and then what I do is I drew a circle, because as you guys should know, you can draw a square by using a circle. So we've got a circle over here, and then once you've got your circle, you're basically going to get the rest of your square. So you're going to get, see that angle we've got over there, except I'm going to do it the other way around, so this way. Okay, so you're going to take the bottom of this circle like that, right? And then you're also going to do the angle of the sides of the circle like this. Okay, so you'll have your auxiliary view. Okay, so that's how I got it in. So if you guys have an easier way, you should let me know. Okay, so because it's an auxiliary view, I'm just going to label it aux. I'm going to make it slightly more visible for you guys, but please make sure that your guys' is a little bit lighter, seeing as it's an aux view. And if you guys are ever worried that you don't really know what to do, my advice would be to draw as much as you can, because you do actually get marks for these sort of things over here. So even if you do like a little bit and you're not really sure if you'll be able to finish the drawing, draw as much as you can, because the more that you draw, the more points or like marks that you end up getting. So don't self-sabotage by just not doing the drawing at all. Okay, now we obviously want to get this part here, and all we are going to do that is grab these lengths here and transfer them onto this here. So here we'll have a solid line, then we will have a solid line here as well, which is also our seam AB. I'm drawing exactly what you're seeing on the question paper in case you guys are wondering. And then we've got this one over here, which is going to land about there. Okay, and then we've obviously got the line that we're not seeing, which is the line at the back here, and that is going to be a dash line. Okay, which they do give you guys as well. And then all we are going to do is make this point here solid as well. Okay, so there we go, there's your top view. Okay, now they say on the question paper that we must leave a space of 10 So what you're going to do is you're going to grab, let's just get this centered again. You're going to grab your ruler and you're going to make a line going across like that. Okay, and then you're going to make a line at 10 just like that over there, and you're going to draw another line going across, except mine's a little bit off, so let me just redo that quickly. How do I still get it off? Okay, I'm just going to leave it now. Okay, so you've got your line of 10, and then you basically know that you're going to bring all of these points up to get your front view. Okay, so let's start. So you're going to start off by getting this line here, this line over here, and then this line over here as well. Okay, and then it's got a height of 76, so you're going to take your ruler and you're going to measure 76 like this over here, and then you can draw a line going across like that. Okay, and obviously we do need to get the auxiliary view in order to get the shape here, so let me just zoom in again just in case. Okay, so we need to get this dash line in here to get this line here. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to bring that middle line up first, then we're going to measure, what is this, 38, and then we're going to get our auxiliary view in. So I'm going to do that quickly. Let's just zoom out again. Okay, so let's first bring our middle line up, which will now be over there. Then we've got 38, which will be over there, and then we're going to bring that line across like that. Okay, and then once we have done that, we are going to get our circle for our square again. So basically what you can do is you can again just take your circle with a radius of 17. So going to do a circle at any point in the line as long as there's enough space for everything. Okay, and then because it's at an angle of 30 degrees, what you're going to do is you're going to take your 30-degree set square, just like this over here, and you're going to make lines over here and right over there. Okay, and then once you've got those points, you're going to bring these points up. So here they give you the edge AB, so let's start there to make things simple. So we've got the edge AB, and then we know B and A is obviously at the top here. Okay, and then we've got the rest that we need to put in as well. So we've got this high one here, which is here somewhere, and we've got the low one, which is right at the bottom, and we've got the little one, which is here somewhere, and then we still need to bring up these top ones. So we've got B and A, which ends here. Then we've got this one here, which is the low one, which will end over here, and then the one below B and A, which ends over here. Okay, is it? Yeah, it looks like it. And then got the four faces. Sorry, let me just double check. We've got B and A's there. That one's right at the bottom over there. Then this one at the side will be over here. Okay, so you've got to just keep looking at your question paper and looking at your drawings, and then you should be able to figure it all out. So let's just connect these so that you guys can see what I was talking about. Okay, and then we've got that one over there. Okay, so we've got our square shape, and then we can draw in part of this view, but not all of it, because obviously we still need to get the curve of interpenetration in before we do anything. Okay, so it's going to stop over there, and it's also going to stop over there, and then we can draw the top and the bottom, and then we're going to do the curve of interpenetration together. Okay. Okay, so it should look like that. Okay, and then obviously this just gets, no, don't put those ones in yet. Okay, so basically you've got this so far, but before we start, what I do want to do is I would like to label all of this with you guys, because I think labeling makes things easier for everybody. So that's going to be A, B, then we're going to go C, D, E, and that will be B, then we'll have E, C, D, and then based on that, B and A will be here, so this will be B, then we've got C, E, E will be here, B, E, and then this one will be D. Okay, so that's why we label, so that we can obviously see what we're working with. Okay. Alright, so now what you're going to do to get the curve of interpenetration is what you're going to do is you're going to start off, let's start off with line BA. So you're going to bring it across, okay? Then you're going to look at point BA and see where it ends, right? So we know BA ends over here, okay? So we're going to make a mark and we're going to just leave it at that point for now. Then we are going to go to, say, line E, and we're going to bring that line across like that. But now, if we look at E, we see E ends right over here. But there are also two other points that E touches, which is this point here and the point underneath it, which is kind of difficult to explain. But because it's got a corner, okay, let me put it to you this way. Every time interpenetration touches a corner, there's going to be 2 extra points. So you'll see what I mean when I draw that in. But for now, let's just put point E on its line. So it will be over here. Okay, then let's actually do the points now. So what you're going to do is where it touches, you're going to bring that line onto your auxiliary view, which is why it's so important that you have them. So do you see it touches point E and D in the line here? So now you're going to find ED on this line here. You see that the points that we made, which is over here, I'm just going to make it a blob so you can see, is closer to E. So what you're going to do is you're going to grab your compass, you're going to grab that point, and then at E, D, you're going to put that point over there, and then you are going to bring it across. Okay, so bring it across like that, and then from that point you can bring it onto that line over there. Okay, so it should be the same. I'm just trying to think. It should be the same from that point at the top as well. I'm just trying to think. Okay, we will stick it in. Let's just carry on for now. Okay, D, let's go to point D. So you're going to bring that line across like that. Then obviously we're going to find point D, which we know is this point here. So point D will go to this point over here. Okay, and then obviously we still have the other point of E to get in. I'm just trying to think. I bring it across here. And this is also why you guys must practice a lot, because when you get out of practice, you sometimes forget where your points are supposed to be, and that's not very good either. So basically you're going to bring that across, and it should be at that point over there. Okay, then what we're going to do is we're going to connect these here. So let me connect them so that you can see what it should look like in the meantime, what the curve should look like. So we've got that which will connect to that point over there, which will connect over there, connect over there, go down, connect over there. So far that's what we've got for our curve. and then we obviously have this part of the pentagon that we need to draw in, so it looks like that. Okay, so far that is our curve, but we've obviously got point C as well, which is a hidden detail that we need to do as well again, and it has 2 points that we need to account for. Okay, so let's start by getting point C. So now that we've got the main curve of interpenetration, you're going to go to the back, you're going to bring that line across, and then you're going to find point C, which is here. Okay, right over there. And then if you want to, you can make that a dash line. I'm not actually going to do dashes because I want you guys to be able to see what I'm doing. So I'm actually just going to use highlighter so that you can see exactly where I'm working at the back. Okay. So there. So far at the back. It might change. No, I don't think it will. Okay. So now we have to look at where point C touches. And you see it touches over here. So we're going to bring that line down like that. Hold on a second, let's just see. Okay, before we carry on, do you see I'm bringing this line here so that we have these 2 points? This point is supposed to be the point for this one over here. So this is EB, which is over here. So if we had to take points EB, sorry guys, rather I correct you now than later on. You put it over there, do not bring it across. I'll make a note in the video for you guys. Yeah, you bring it across over there and your point will actually be over here. So what it should look like at the front here is that should go there, which then goes over there. But I'm going to explain it to you in detail now while we do this C one at the back. Okay, so if you have a look here, okay, here's where the C point lies, okay, but it touches the CB line and the CD line, which is why we make a point by CD and CB. So these are our 2 points. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to take your compass and you're going to go from point C to D. You're going to grab that length. So here if we go to C to D, we know that the one length or the 1 point is going to be over here. So you're going to make a point over there, and then you're going to go to CB, which is over here. So CB, that, which will be over there. Okay, so these are the C points, and then the other points were these points here. Okay, so that you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, now you're going to bring those lines across as well. So you're going to lightly bring that line across over there and lightly bring that line across over there, which you can't really see now because it's a bit messy, but I will go over it for you guys. And then basically what you do is where that line is, you're going to make a mark. So there's that line over there. Then we go see, okay, that's where our point is going to be over there. Okay, which basically is in line with the front of this one here. So now what you're going to do is you're going to connect your points. So this point will quite obviously connect to this point here, which will also connect to this point over here, okay, because that's how it's going to connect at the back, which then has to connect to a point which will be these points here. Okay, so I kind of hope that makes sense. I will make more interpenetration videos for you guys hopefully soon. I'm just battling with time at the moment, so please bear with me. But that's basically the curve of interpenetration done. They also want the left view, which obviously we can do now, but I think judging by how long this video is already, I'm going to do a part 1 and a part 2 so that it's not exhausting for you and also so that it's not exhausting for me. Okay, so this will be part 1, and then I'll do a second one where we do the left view as well as the development.